nowhere. Right? The Last House on the Left
saw that one coming from
awful,
a mile
but it
away.
was coming. And it worked for that film. This is overly long and unnecessary. You could have literally shown the two guys and then the punch to the face of like, shut up, bitch. And then just cut to where we go after this.
Yeah.
Which is her
stumbling out of the room, black
bleeding.
eyes, ripped dress.
Blood everywhere.
Party seems to not end.
Not do anything about it. And I'm like, first of all, that's fiction. I understand we live in a world where, this could have happened and people would quiet it. Parties would not continue. They'd be over.
Yeah.
Right? There is, as much as there is a lot of scumbags who are going to work hard to cover this up, there's a lot of people there and not everyone's going to be a scumbag.
No.
But that's the world we apparently live in.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So she goes to the hospital. She's fucking broken.
Yep. Her face is all mushed up.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a concussion. She's in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
Zach comes to see her with Phil, and they got the notes.
Yeah.
And then he calls her Polly.
Yeah. So basically, she's just like,
she's like,
somebody's got to do something about this.
Yeah,
and then
he's like, no, he's a
no
big
one's
star.
going to fucking do anything about this.
He's
like,
a big
what the hell?
star. He might come to our hotel one day. He's part of the family.
Yeah.
So nothing
So
happens
you
to him.
can't do anything about it.
I'm calling 911.
Yeah. No, you're not, Polly. Huh? Why'd you call me that? That's your name, isn't it?
Pollyann Costello.
Yeah.
Which, earlier in the film, Tony calls her Pollyanna.
And she goes, what?
Yeah.
To be fair, that's a pretty good fucking shot there. I actually will give him credit for that.
Finds out that her dad killed her mom and then himself.
Yeah, and then she ran away from a foster home.
On drugs and
hooking is her, like,
and then he asked her what your rate was, and then she tells him?
Well, that was after. The one thing I don't understand is he just said, before he mentions that Andrew Carver's not going to jail for any of this shit.
Yeah.
He's just like, you're going to work for us, Pollyann, and you're going to be our star. And she's crying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait, this is what you want. Shouldn't we flip this conversation around? Like, shouldn't she be upset after she finds out that nothing's going to happen to Andrew Carver? But no, she seems very upset about the job that she wants.
Yeah.
She seems very upset that it's still going to happen. I'm confused. Like, I don't get that point. The conversation should have been flipped around, but hey, you do what you got to do.
So she does what she's got to do.
Yes, she does. In a very strange ending, but okay. So
she ties her hair back.
She ties her hair back and puts on, like, does her nails again, and I'm like, you're doing way too much effort for this. But anyway,
big boots.
Yeah,
with sharp stilettos.
Dress is all 90s slutty, I guess is the term. She just calls up Andrew like, hey, I want to fuck. And Andrew Carver, who is clearly the dumbest character in all of film, I brutally raped this girl's friend. Of course she wants to fuck me. Invites her over.
Yep.
Okay. So she shows up, and fucking two assholes are sitting out front, and they're just like, yeah, go on in. She goes all in, and he's just like, wow.
And he's
You're
all
hot and shit, and he's all splayed out. He's
like
Fabio.
Mr. July.
He's Fabio'd on the couch.
His shirt's open, his chest is exposed.
And the reason we're making the Fabio he looks like Fabio.
Yeah.
He absolutely does. And then they kind of start going at it a little bit.
Well, I like to see you topless. You should see me bottomless.
Like,
well, what are you waiting for?
Fair enough.
All right.
So she takes a bit of her gear off, and they start fooling around and shit, and then she fucking pulls her knife, her patented knife, holds it to her throat and says, you say a fucking word, I'm going to kill you. Okay. And then she proceeds to beat the living shit out of him.
She kung fu fights.
Yes.
Not even fights, beats the shit out of.
Fucking shit out of him.
Spin kicks and fucking. I'm like, where did you learn?
Yeah. Where was all of this?
Karate.
Yeah. So she fucking beats his ass and then leaves and tells the guy, like, he wants to sleep now. And I'm like, well.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
3 minutes? Okay, sure.
Yeah, you ran him ragged, huh?
Yeah. In 3 minutes.
So he
considering
gets
that these
his
guys-
comeuppance.
Considering these guys, yeah, well, I don't think she knows, because who's going to tell her?
I guess.
She just knows because she left with Andrew Carver,
Yeah.
My guess is like, these two other guys are rapists. Why are they just like, all right, we're not going to touch you? Guys, what the fuck?
Maybe they need the call from the boss.
I guess, this is such a weird, I mean, I guess I can't understand it because I'm not a rapist.
So on her way out of town, it seems.
Well, here's my problem. She just leaves her friend who's clearly going to need fucking help.
Yep.
I understand that you're now going to be wanted. I get that. Although, at the same time, they can't call the cops. She's got a reason as to why and proof, so no one's calling the cops.
They might just attack her.
They might just attack her, but she can leave town with her friend.
Yeah.
Who's clearly going to need help because she's got problems. And then she just goes, I got him.
Yeah,
and then
I kicked his ass. Gives
for
her
you.
a kiss and leaves.
Fuck you.
Goodbye, Molly.
I know you're my best friend, and I know you're laying in bed after being brutally beaten and raped by 3 guys. I'm out. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Deuces.
Excuse me, nurse. Where's Crystal Connor's room? Oh, just down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to see Crystal.
All right. Now I'm going to have a talk with Crystal.
And Crystal's like, hey, darling.
And this is where I also don't understand how, I don't think they understood how hospitals work. She broke her fucking hip. Why is her leg bandaged?
And raised.
Raised I can understand because you might need to be in a position.
Yeah.
But bandaged?
I don't know. She messed her leg up too?
Her leg's in a cast.
And she's just like, it's cool, I needed the rest, plus my lawyers got me a good settlement.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
She probably got more than she ever would make.
And she's basically like, why aren't you more mad at me? It's like, well, how do you think I got my first job?
This is just what we all did. I would be mad that she's not going to do anything about it. It's like, well, so you beat the shit out of me and you did the show once. You're an asshole. And then it's just like, because we needed to have this happen, like, oh, don't I get a kiss? And then they proceed to have a
it's
sloppy ass
it's not even like a mwah, goodbye.
It's tongues ablaze.
Yeah.
And they just make out, like, grossly for a solid minute. And you're like, well, they know their audience.
Yep.
And then
puts the cowboy hat on her.
Yep. She's like, there you go, darling. She fucking takes the hat, starts walking.
And then she moseys out of town.
Yeah. And in more conveniences than fucking James could have, she fucking runs into the same hitchhiker she did. Or the guy, when she was hitchhiking, she found the same guy who stole her shit, leaving Vegas.
Puts on her sunglasses.
Yeah.
Because she'll never recognize me.
And he's still listening as Garth Brooks.
Yep.
And fucking
because it's 95.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, did you win? No. I think she says yes, actually. And then she fucking clearly pulls a knife, and then the fucking
takes her sunglasses.
And it's like, oh shit.
Where's my fucking suitcase?
And then credits.
No. Well, cut to her on the poster.
Yeah.
No Me Malone.
Got it.
And then just slightly above that, Los Angeles. 74 miles.
So, clearly that was the plan.
A sequel?
Again, bimbos.
Yeah.
That was going to be the sequel, folks. This is a fucking movie.
And then some.
This fucking happened.
So my score won't truly reflect how
you changed it 3 times.
No, just once. Just once. I changed the what it's out of.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to do a Saved by the Bell joke, but
what would that joke be?
I'm so excited.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. All right. That's low-hanging fruit.
So, my score's not going to reflect, because I do love this movie, because it is just in the crappiness of it.
Yes.
But I am going to give it 4 Versaces out of 10.
First of all, you stole mine.
Again, I'm not giving it a 4. I'm giving it a 4 because I just can't bring myself. And yes, I realize that I've given crappier movies higher scores.
Oh, yeah.
And I will again. I assure you of this. But I just couldn't. Maybe because it's so fresh in my mind because I watched this movie today. And just her alone. Just the over the top. It's just, whoa.
Yeah.
Did she truly think after it's cut print on Elizabeth Berkley on Showgirls, I'm going to be a big star? Did she truly think that she was going to...
No, what I think she was honestly, what I think she thought is, I'm no longer Jesse from Saved by the Bell. Maybe people will think I'm something else and I'll get a better gig. That's what I think happened.
So again, my score doesn't reflect how I actually feel. It just, I couldn't bring myself to give it a higher score. But I do love this movie for all its absolute crappiness.
I have to throw a caveat to my score immediately. Before I even say it. If you've ever seen the biopic of The Making of the Room, which is a fantastically bad film from 2003, they made a biopic of the making of it because it's that insane. You have a interview.
Wait, are you talking about Disaster Artist?
Yes.
You said 2003. That movie came out.
The Room came out in 2003.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't think of the Disaster Artist, though. I couldn't think of the name, even though I've read the book. It has an interview, a legit interview, with Seth Rogen. And he says, Citizen Kane is the greatest movie ever made. And I've only ever seen it once. And I'm the same way. Citizen Kane is a phenomenal film, and I've only ever seen that once. I've easily seen this movie 20 fucking times.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. But because of that, because of how bad, and it's so bad it's good, I'm giving it 7 Caesar Sings out of 10.
I'm not going to hate that. No. I understand why.
Because I'm not rating it as what kind of film it is.
No.
I rate my enjoyment of it.
Yeah, okay. That's
and
fair.
my enjoyment, that's
fair.
why I have movies
fair.
like, I gave Freddy's Dead a 10 out of 10. It is my favorite movie. It's not a great film. It's actually ruined its entire franchise if you look at it. But I get infinite amounts of enjoyment out of it. And that's how I have been rating these movies. I'm giving it a 7 because I enjoy it. It's a piece of shit, but I enjoy it. And that's why it's getting 7 Caesar Sings.
That's fair.
It has to happen.
As far as MVB goes, I'm giving it to Crystal Connors. Just her
Yeah.
I have an inkling that Gina Gershon knew what she was doing.
Oh, she absolutely
I think she, out of anyone else in this cast, knows what movie she was making.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And turned it up on purpose.
Oh, she did. And she has done that in the past, because she's done a lot of terrible films and done this on purpose.
So it's just this isn't my first rodeo. I know what I'm making. So I'm just going to be as over the top as all.
Yeah, no,
because you can tell that someone like Elizabeth Berkley is trying to be, trying to make a serious film and come up Rockland. And no, Gina Gershon knows what movie she's in, and she's acting to that.
Yes, I very much agree. I'm giving it to her as well.
Yeah,
because you can't. I mean, you can't not. She's great. Although I would give an honorable mention to
Marty.
Who's that guy? Marty.
If he was in the movie again, when I do these MVPs, I really can't bring myself to give MVPs to someone who isn't in a movie long enough.
Yeah, my notes just fell. If he was in it more, he would have won because he's awesome. Yeah. But you got to give it to Gina Gershon. How could you not?
So we do end November, mixed bag month, if you will.
Yeah.
And we enter the holidays. Starting next week, it will obviously be December, and December means the holidays, and holidays around here mean holiday pictures.
Yes.
Now, last year, we did non-traditional Christmas movies.
Yes.
And to a certain extent, we will kind of continue that this year.
And only a couple, and this being one of them.
Only a couple, this being one of them. Now, because there's 5 Tuesdays in December...
Although we're already breaking a rule anyway with the whole month, but whatever.
What do you mean? Well, I know.
We're doing all 80s because we wanted to go a little more traditional, and 80s had more.
But the one thing I think we have kept up in is if a month has 5 Tuesdays, whatever.
Yes.
We don't always record on Tuesdays, but what we do. We do a 70s.
Yes.
And it is still a Christmas movie.
Tis
a Christmas movie. So next week, we will just get our 70s one right out of the way.
Yeah.
By going way back to October 11th, 1974... to look at somewhat of I'd say classic.
Absolutely.
I don't even know if called classic. I think classic.
No, it's a classic, and it's more influential than you'll ever know. Well, you will next week.
Yeah. Black Christmas. The original, obviously.
Yes.
Not the remake or the remake.
The remake or the remake of the remake. We're definitely looking at that flick.
And it's because we're this show. Of course, this show's going to talk about Black Christmas. We had to
do Black Christmas. I think I pushed for this, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Don't worry, we'll get to the other Larry Clark Christmas movie this month as well.
Oh, yes. Larry Clark. Bob Clark.
Bob Clark, sorry.
Larry Clark is the guy who did Kids.
Yeah, whoops. No, Bob Clark. Bob Clark. Ron Clark.
Yes,
Bob
we'll
Clark.
definitely be getting there, because again, we're going more traditional, so yes, we're definitely getting to the other Bob Clark flick. Yeah, this movie is... I just wanted to watch it again.
Yeah.
Because